next up, he's very funny. He's from Highland Park, lives in Wilmette. I've had him at my show that I run in Highwood several times. He's very funny. Please give a welcome to Peter Lipsey.
Yeah, Peter! You know, I'm standing in the back of the room looking and listening to you all, and you picked a heck of a night to come out and see live stand-up comedy, because I am funny. Looking, so it's going to be a good show. I get a lot of my stuff out of the news. I'm a one-liner comic. When MTV started in '82, they ruined the nation's attention span, so I'm quick in, quick out. I get all my stuff out of the newspaper. Love living in Chicagoland. Just voted the mustache-friendliest city in the nation, which is horrible news for me. Awesome news for my sister. She's got that Mike Dickett thing going. So, stuff is going on. Walmart continues to open up a bunch of stores in China. I'm like, finally, the Chinese people can see the crap we've been buying from them the last decade. Hey, if it's in USA today, it's fair game. You know what you can get at Walmart? Coffins. You know who hates that idea? They're 90-year-old greeters. Another okay to knucklehead chimed in and said the only way this country will never see another terrorist attack is if we all convert to Islam. Now, like convert to Islam, we couldn't even convert to the metric system. Can you imagine a whole new religion? Oh man, so I'm happy to be here. I just finished reading a book on Stockholm Syndrome, and I gotta tell you, at first I thought it was pretty bad, but by the end I kind of liked it. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Playboy said they're not having any more naked women in the magazines, no more centerfolds. You know who has centerfolds? And I read Scientific Monthly. I know what you're saying, but don't worry, I just read it for the particles. That is a premise, setup, punchline joke right there. You're getting everything. Let me tell you guys something about being a stand-up comic. You can tell a lot about the people in any part of this country by what book reviewers say. I read one a couple months ago called The Day Before Midnight. Chicago Tribune, once you pick it up, you won't put it down. Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, if you read a book this year, make sure it's The Day Before Midnight. Arkansas Gazette, no pictures. Can't even read it, but it sure do burn pretty good. They are religious in Arkansas. I'm driving, turned on the radio, first thing I heard was, if Jesus came today, would you be ready? Ready, I'd be shocked. I'm Jewish, for Christ's sake. I mean, think of those words. If Jesus came today, would you be ready? I say no, because I got nothing in the fridge and the house is a mess. Not today, Jesus. Call me on payday. There's a reason Arkansas ain't on the board game Risk. So I'm happy to be here, Jews. There's a lot of awesome tunes here. I come to the floor stage with some very sad news, folks. The guy who invented the vinyl record album died recently, but not to worry. He was buried in his hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. It's funnier if I had a microphone, but you get the idea. You know, as I get older, people from my childhood are dying. The guy who invented the Frisbee died about 3 weeks ago, and per his request, he was buried on top of a tree at his neighbor's house. No, tree's funnier. Oh, the guy who invented the Easy Bake Oven died 3 months ago, and he's going to be cremated in about 40 years, because that's how long it takes to live. So I'm in the city today, I see this homeless guy talking to himself, and I said to myself, who's he talking to? Then I said to myself, who am I talking to? I love the city, I was in the loop, and you can't turn left anywhere. You want to turn left, you got to turn to the right, turn to the right, turn to the right, made a full circle, can I go left? Nope, turn to the right. I turned right so much today, I almost listened to Rush Limbaugh. India and Pakistan at it again, hate each other's guts, both have nuclear weapons. Let me tell you guys something right now. If India tosses their bombs towards Pakistan, and Pakistan launches their missiles towards India, you know what that means? The price of rugs is gonna skyrocket! It used to be curry, rugs is funnier, what do you think? Grass elephants? So the guy who played Scream speech from Saved by the Bell was sentenced to 4 years after stabbing a guy in a Milwaukee bar, and odds are that he'll be continued to call speech in prison, but for an entirely different reason. Hear about the lady, she's a teacher in Idaho, was sentenced to like 20 years in prison after police found out she was having sex with all her high school male students. And the kids' parents knew something was going on when they kept going to school wearing a smoking jacket. Nope, that's the way I wrote it. Thank you very much. Phone company, I just bought a new phone and they have this thing on my phone, it's called Call Block, and you get to punch in the 10 telephone numbers of the people you don't want to hear from. Someone calls, they hear a message that says that the customer's request your call is being blocked. Is that like a cold slap in your face or what? The customer's request your call is being blocked. I'll tell you, when call blocking came out, women were asking me for my phone number left and right. I've been blocked more than a midget playing basketball. Oh man. Hey, get this. Good news for teenagers. Amish teenagers in Ohio are sowing their wild oats. They're putting battery-powered radios and speakers on the back of their buggies, creating horse-drawn whatever music, right? And the townspeople are upset because you start the Amish kids out with music, you know what's next? Toasters. You have to let the Amish make the music. Heck, let them put out a CD if the Amish put out a successful CD in other countries. Next hot recording artist is going to be LL Cool Jacob. Run DM Zachariah. MC, I don't know any more Amish names. I do watch Amish Mafia. You guys like that show? Amish Mafia, you know, it's like, you know, all these Jebediah, these guys are in the Ohio heartland, and it's no Godfather, but I'll tell you something. You cross one of these Amish Mafia guys, you will end up with your horse's head in your bed. Now that's funnier than you gave it right there, right? So the Bears aren't too good. I just read this Oscar Mayer isn't going to advertise in this year's Super Bowl because they said the halftime show is too sexy and suggestive. Yeah, right, but driving a big Wienermobile through a tunnel so fast. Man, you guys are awesome. College down south is launching a new program seeking high school dropouts to work on a ship at sea for 6 months. In return, they'll receive their GEDs. I'm like, new program, don't we call that the Navy? The Washington Redskins had their trademark taken away, so let me get this straight. The U.S. Patent Office gave it to them, then they took it away from them. Didn't we used to call that something? Man, why don't you run around the room, make it sound like a crowd? I appreciate that you're the only one that got that. You guys like the Food Network? Paula Dean's back in the news, man. She is a horrible person. You know, she's done some pretty whacked out stuff, but she's back in the news. You remember what happened a couple years ago? She fired everyone in the restaurant a week before the restaurant closed. She didn't let anyone know, and I think that was pretty bad, but apparently she thought it was okay, KK. And I gotta shorten that joke up. I was stammering around it right there, you know. Michael Phelps back in the news, going for the Olympics again, and he's had some trouble, some DUIs, smoking weed. Remember he was caught having three-way sex with a couple of strippers? About 4 years ago, three-way sex with 2 strippers. I have a question, is there a medal above gold? You guys are a lot of fun. You know, as a stand-up comic, your last words on stage have to blow the roof off the gathering, and you guys have been getting everything, which is awesome. You know, I think it's great. I could go on for 20 more minutes, but you know, I got other great comics coming on, and 2 of my jokes didn't go as well, about 29 of them. That's what being a one-liner comic is. You hate the first 2, you like the next 7, you hit the next 3, and I close huge. I broke a light bulb this morning, and you know what that means. 7 years of bad ideas. I should have closed there, but like a greedy son of a bitch comic, I'm still up. Oh man, I want my mommy. My luck, I'll call her up again at the customer's request.